Hey, what's up guys? Josh here. I'm here with Coach Juice and we're going to go over this week's Tabata workout. So for this workout, we're going to have 5 different groups of 2 exercises. You'll do each exercise for 20 seconds of hard work, 10 seconds to switch back and forth. You'll do 4 sets of each exercise. Then we'll move on to the next group of exercises and we're only going to go through this one time today. You ready, Juice?
I'm ready.
Okay, so starting with the kettlebell here, we're going to do our goat bag hip hinge. So you're going to press that kettlebell into your belly button here, and then you're going to sit those hips back, bending those knees, and then drive those hips forward. So it's a relatively small range of motion here. You get your chest out over the toes, sit back, and then drive up. You can get a little deeper here if you'd like, but really push that kettlebell into those abs here. Deep breath in, squeeze those glutes, pull those kneecaps up towards your hips at the top. Our second exercise is our kettlebell squat press. Use that kettlebell again. So we're going to keep holding that kettlebell here. We're going to drop down into that squat, deep breath in, push that air out, and then press overhead. So use that momentum coming out of that squat to press that kettlebell overhead. Deep breath in on the way down, push those feet apart, open up those knees, and then drive up and reach for the ceiling here. From there, we're going to switch it up. Our next 2 exercises, we're going to go over to our sandbags, and we're going to start with our sandbag plank squat, or excuse me, plank with our sandbag pull through. I'm making some room for Seth over there. Here we go. Wall up those abs nice and tight. Try to keep that bag under your hips and belly button here. Nice and controlled as you pull apart, as you pull across. So she's pressing the floor away with one arm as she's reaching across her body and pulling that bag through. Squeezing those glutes nice and tight here. Keep those hips nice and stable. If you need to, you can do this from your knees as well here. You can also take the bag pull throughout and just hold that plank. Our second exercise, we're going to roll over to our backs and we're going to do a glute bridge with this bag pull apart. So you're going to get the bag across overhead. You're going to pull it apart. So you're really trying to pull those handles apart, and then you're going to drive up into that glute bridge. Deep breath in, and you go up and down. You're squeezing those glutes. You can try doing a single leg glute bridge here if you'd like. Working for that full 20 seconds, and when we come back to this exercise, use the other leg. In that case, you would get 2 sets in on each leg here. If the sandbag starts to get a little too heavy, go ahead and just do this without the sandbag, driving those elbows into the floor. Back and forth on those 2. Our next group of exercises, we're going to use our suspension trainers, and we're going to start with our rows here. So moving plank position, kneecaps pulled up toward the hips, squeeze those glutes, deep breath in on the way down, push that air out as you squeeze those shoulder blades. Make this one heavy, really challenge yourself. To make it heavy, you step further in. To make it lighter, you're just going to step a little further out as you're getting tired. Our second exercise then is our triple squat. So facing that anchor point, elbows start at the ribs. We're going lunge, lunge, squat here. So deep breath in and push it out on each lunge, and then that squat. If you want to take it up a notch, you'll add that jump in. So it's lunge jump, squat jump here as you're getting tired. Go back to that low impact version if you need to. From there, we're going to switch it up. We're going to come back to our dumbbells, and we're going to do our dumbbell alternating overhead press here. So walk those abs, squeeze those glutes, and then pump those arms. As one arm's pressing, the other's pulling. So they're both working at the same time here. Really going for speed on this one. So try to go a little bit lighter on those dumbbells so you get a lot of those reps in. Our second exercise, we're down to the floor for that plank row. So squeeze those glutes. Push the ground away from you with one arm while you pull that dumbbell up towards your ribs, trying to keep those hips nice and stable. You can also put one hand on the floor if that's a little easier on that hand, and focus on one side for 20 seconds, then switch to the other side the next time we come back. You can also do this from your knees, and if you'd like, you can add that push-up in, so you could go push-up, row, row here if you really want to challenge yourself on this one. Then we're switching up for our last 2 exercises. We're going to go down to the floor and we're going to do our plank walk. So push up plank position down to that forearm plank position. Just back and forth. Make sure you switch up which arm you are using. Each time you press back up here, you can do this from your knees as well if you need to. You can also just hold that plank for that 20 seconds. And then our last exercise is everybody's favorite. We're going to work some Smurf jacks. So we're going to get in that squat now and kick those feet apart, reaching high overhead. Stay as slow as you can here. If you need to, you can go one leg at a time. You can also come up and do those traditional jumping jacks here as well, and of course, one leg at a time on those as well. Okay, that's our Tabata workout for this week. Great job, guys.